Bastish BF for 64K and welcome to vlog number 25. These are all the videos that are coming to my YouTube channel in May. So I recently was invited to be a guest on the Arcade Perfect podcast, which is obviously a podcast talking about arcade games and the conversions to different systems. So Arcade Perfect means they look at all the versions of a game. There's like Shadow Dancer here on the Commodore 64, which was obviously an arcade game, for example. They will look at every single version from computer to console and see which one's the best and which one's the worst. It was a lot of fun to be on this. The guys had almost 50 episodes out on that, covering so many classic games. I suggest you really check it out, take a listen, it's really cool. I'm going to leave links to my episode where we discuss the Sega classic Alien Storm and all its conversions. One of them was the Commodore 64 version, so check that one out. I hope you like it, and also check out all the other stuff. Links below. Okay, so we're moving over to my computer now. I've got 2 Patreon questions I'm going to answer. The first one is from Achiro Ata, and he asks, just wondering, are you checking on Freeze 64? So what he's talking about is the Freeze 64 fanzine, the Commodore 64 fanzine. I've actually got a subscription to it. There's like 2 newer issues. I really love it, so yes, I am. As soon as I get it, I read it from back to back. I love it. It's really well put together. I've been wanting to actually make a video on this fanzine for quite a while now. It's on my list, but I would highly recommend you check it out. It's really excellent. They got, it's just well put together. Lots of nice pictures, good writing. You get these little cards as well. You usually have cheats on them. Lots of cool stuff. It's just well put together and totally worth getting. Okay, so on to Patreon question number 2. This is from the great Micah Mitchell. He asks, I know you probably receive many requests, but I have never seen a top 25 or whatever list of box art retro video games. I think that would be neat. Okay, so yeah, that is a pretty cool idea, and I've actually had this on my list as well for quite a while, and the reason I haven't gone ahead with it is because I wasn't sure 100% if anybody would be too interested in that. I personally would be interested in it, so I usually just make videos that I'm interested in. I really don't think about if anybody's going to watch it, but I've kind of like put that one on the back burner because I just had other ones I was doing. But your suggestion is excellent, and I can tell you the reason exactly why nobody's made any, or that I've ever seen anyway, is because making a video out of still frames of box art is pretty difficult to make it interesting, and that is one of the reasons why I kind of put it on the back burner. So you can understand, you know, talking about just that, have that on the screen for a long time, it's pretty hard to make it just dynamic, but I think I can probably figure out a way to make it more interesting, and I think I'm going to make that. I'm not sure when, but I would definitely have to break it down into different systems, because doing just box art for retro video games is too much. There's hundreds that I love, so it just wouldn't work. I'll probably start on the Commodore 64, obviously, it's my favorite system, and do other ones and see how it goes. Actually, I don't really care how it goes. If somebody watches it, cool. If you don't, it's totally okay with me. I'll definitely be doing that in the future. It's just going to be a little bit tricky to figure out how to do it to make it interesting. So thank you both for giving those questions, and there'll be some more in future vlogs. So I've introduced quite a few new shows in the last couple months. I've got DOS Days, if you haven't checked that out, where I look at old PC games. I've also got Player One Memories, where I look at old arcade games. They're both kind of in the exact same format, just covering completely different styles of games and obviously on different systems. I hope you'll check those out. I think they're really fun. They're like little nuggets of nostalgia and the game, so you get a little bit of both. I think they just quick and fun to watch. I've also got a lot of ideas for a bunch of new shows, at least 3 or 4. I've decided not to go ahead with them as of right now. I just want to focus on kind of building up the videos on all the different shows I've got. I've got a lot of different shows, so I'm just kind of like, at the moment I'm just kind of like adding to all those, just episodes and stuff. I feel if I introduce any more now after just introducing a few new ones, it's just a little bit too much. Those are all on the back burner, but maybe later on in the year I'll start introducing 1 or 2 of those new ones as well. They're pretty cool ideas for them, and I think you'll like them. I was busy working on multiple Sega Saturn videos. My Sega Saturn sound is just gone, it's blown, I don't know what's wrong. It's very sad, I don't know what to say. Those videos are on the back burner, they're half complete. I'm just gonna have to, see what happens. Just have to get another one. It's not very easy in these circumstances right now, but those videos will come out eventually. I just have to move on to something else and fill the gaps where those were going to be. I just want to thank everybody that leaves comments on videos, whether they're good or bad, on any video. It's whether you do it regularly or irregularly, it doesn't matter. I do appreciate every single comment, I really do. I try to comment on everything that everybody leaves, so don't just think you leaving a comment for nobody, like, a lot of YouTube channels, you leave comments, you get nothing. You can leave like 20 comments over the course of a year and you will not get 1 response. I try to respond to everybody. I'm sure you've probably noticed this. I really appreciate it that you are commenting. Thank you very much. All the questions and especially suggestions, like for top 10, different top 10 videos or whatever, I do look at all those. I already have my own lists, obviously. Those suggestions are very good and I write them down if I think I can make a video out of it. Some ideas that are sent or like mentioned are very good, but they don't, I can just see they won't make a good video in terms of how to make it. So I have to look at it from a lot of different angles, but I do appreciate it. I've taken a few of those good ideas that people have mentioned and are videos which I thought maybe somebody might want to watch, and I'm trying to work in a couple of those. So if you did suggest anything, there may be something coming in the future. My videos are created like a few months ahead of time, so I'm like making videos for July at this moment. I'm quite far ahead. I'm not like one of those people that make videos like a day before they come out and don't know what they're even going to make one on. I've got to I've got plans. When there's like special videos that come in or games that get launched that I feel like work for my channel and you'd be interested in watching, I kind of can make a video quickly then and put it in, so it's a little bit more timely. But for the most part, we're working with retro games here, so timely is not an issue. And that's about it for this vlog. Thanks for joining me, Bastish B at 64K. I hope you had a good time. If you can like and subscribe, that'll also be greatly appreciated. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.